You're reaching such an important destination when it comes to your life, when it comes to your spiritual journey. Because on the 7th of August, my gorgeous Cancer, you're going to realize, first of all, you're going to have this idea. This idea, you're not going to be able to stop thinking about whatsoever on the 7th of August. You are going to have this idea and you're not going to be able to stop thinking about this idea whatsoever. And then you're going to think like, am I crazy? Why am I thinking about this idea? Why am I dreaming? Why am I dreaming? Why am I dreaming? This idea is something that I'm never, ever going to be able to implement on my life, into my life. So why am I thinking about this? And then you're going to realize like someone is around you, or someone is like watching you. Someone is like watching your back. You're going to realize something or someone is around you, like a spirit guide or a guardian angel. You are going to feel some kind of entity. But it's not only about that. This in itself is your indication. This is your indication that you are going to have such an interesting turnaround at that moment in time. So first of all, it all started like with this idea where you're going to think like, why am I thinking about this idea? Like, why am I so passionate about this? There is no way I can do this. And then you're going to become aware of this entity around you, and this is going to be a clear sign, an indication that as soon as you realize some kind of entity around you, this is your sign and indication that almost immediately after that moment in time, whether you realize some kind of entity or not, you're still going to realize at around that moment in time that that particular idea, like, am I crazy? I can actually do this. I can actually do this. Now suddenly you're going to realize you can do this. You are going to do this. And this is going to be extremely successful on top of that as well. So do you see what I mean? How this is going to actually unfold in such an interesting way. And never mind the fact that, this is going to happen on the 7th of August exactly. And your number in numerology is 7734. Which means that it's not only this is going to happen, but at the same time, this is going to change your life in a very, very short period of time. In fact, by the end of September 2023, you are going to be able to see the direct outcome of this already. But before that, my gorgeous Cancerini, why this is going to be so important, it's not only about the idea that you're going to have on your mind that you're not going to be able to stop thinking about, and then suddenly you will know why, because you're going to realize like, am I sleeping? Am I dreaming? I can do this. I can do this. And this is going to be brilliant. It's not only about you being able to do this idea, but at the same time, you're also going to detach yourself from something very, very dark, something very negative, something very heavy, and something very toxic, something that you should have detached yourself a long time ago, but you were just waiting for the right moment in time. You were worried, absolutely right, fine. But now you're also going to be able to detach yourself, to stop doing something that you don't want to do, that's been making you like really, really, that's been keep on making you really unhappy. And this is even more going to make you determined, my gorgeous Cancerini. Indeed, absolutely brilliant. And there is going to be a good news about somebody that you've been worrying about so much. And this particular person is somebody in your life, obviously somebody who means to you so much, somebody who you've been worrying about for so long. There is going to be a very, very good news about that person. But at the same time, as soon as you become aware of the good news about that person on that particular day, before you go to sleep, there is this realization going to be on your mind. Something is going to be on your mind persistently that you are going to feel so angry about, and you will want to kind of sort some kind of problem, some kind of issue out or something like that, almost as if you will want to argue with someone. But no, baby, no, you must not do this. You need need to let things settle. This is so important. You need to let things settle, because if you go through with this, if you go forward with this type of argument or disagreement, this is only going to create an unnecessary blockage in your life. So the best thing to do for you is to let things settle, whoever or whomever you are going to feel so angry about, because only in as little as 4 days time, you're already going to be so glad and so pleased and so happy and so ecstatic, shall I say, that you have decided to let things happen. It's going to be absolutely obvious to you by then what would have happened if you didn't let things happen, if you went for it at that moment in time. This is also going to be absolutely obvious to you, like there is no tomorrow. Absolutely brilliant. And also, my gorgeous Cancerini, what else I was going to say, please do not forget to drink as much water as you possibly can throughout the month of August. This water that I highly suggest you to drink, try to get water if possible. It is very difficult to get water without the actual fluoride that they've put in on purpose. So try to drink water that hasn't got any fluoride, please, because that in itself is going to really kind of help you quite a lot on energy levels. But I do have a very powerful indication that you are gonna benefit a lot when it comes to like a water in general throughout the months of August, okay? Because there are so many other things that are actually going to be attached to it. It's not only about the actual energy, but there is some kind of a blockage that you have within yourself when it comes to your stomach and this part of your body that is only going to be clear, and that it's only going to go away as long as you're drinking like a large amounts of water throughout. Nothing abnormal, but the large amounts of water throughout the months of August. It is just so important. And I'm not going to tell you to drink water that is really bad for you, because the water that contains fluoride, it's obviously really bad for you. I don't know how open you are to this, and I don't know what your level of understanding is when it comes to fluoridated water, which is really bad for people indeed. Especially, it's like a poison, but especially when it comes to our pineal gland, it's a terrible thing to drink. There are waters without fluoride, so if you do decide to drink like lots of water, just do not drink like a tap water or anything like that. Just try to find the bottled water in the actual glass without any fluoride added to it whatsoever. Okay, it's just so important, my gorgeous Cancerini. Indeed. And also, when it comes to nutrition in general, I highly recommend you to get a natural vitamin D3, which is going to boost your immune system, and it's going to be superb when it comes to energy levels. It's brilliant for energy, in combination with zinc picolinate, and it's also going to be superb, zinc and vitamin D3, in order to boost your immune system. This combination is excellent, but it's also brilliant for your skin, hair, and nails. And the third supplement I highly recommend you, it's organic chlorella. Organic chlorella is naturally rich in omega-3 essential fatty acids, which our body cannot produce by itself, but it's essential for our brain, for our mind, for our memory, for our focus. It's even brilliant for our mood, and it's also good to boost our immune system. And also, on another hand, it's fantastic when it comes to detoxifying our bodies from the dangerous metals. Whether you believe this or not, it's time to believe in it, because the dangerous metals are absolutely everywhere. Organic chlorella and all my vitamins are made with highly exceptional ingredients, without any rubbish, without any chemicals, without anything unnecessary added to it in terms of fillers and things like that. No, baby, no. These are absolutely clean, and they are on a half price sale at the moment. But if you are on any other medications, if you are pregnant or if you are breastfeeding, you just need to check with your doctor or GP. Only they can tell you whether this can interact with your existing medications or not, baby. So here is vitamin D3. Okay, here is organic chlorella, and here is zinc picolinate. Okay, so now you can buy them. You can see the link is in the description below. Just click on the name of this video and it's going to expand, or you just go on Google and just type in Sasha Bonasin vitamins and you will see my page is gonna come up that way as well. Okay, so now I'm going with the very first date of August that I need you to pay attention to. Now listen to me very clearly, baby. On the very 1st and the 2nd of August, either 1st or 2nd of August, you are gonna wake up in the morning, and you're not the only sign that this is actually going to happen to. This is the energy of August. What the energy is August going to do to us. The energy of August likes to play with us. It likes to make us really, really playful. So what is actually, so it stimulates your mind, your memory, it stimulates your senses. Well, like when I say the energy of August makes us really playful by stimulating our mind, our energy, and our senses. And this is going to happen in such a way on the 1st or 2nd of August. You're going to wake up in the morning and you're going to have something on your mind, a specific word that you don't normally use in order to describe something. For example, it's going to be like a cat on your mind, but it's like a cat. Normally you would say a cat, you would call a cat, for example, you know, but now on your mind on the 1st or 2nd of August, you're gonna wake up and it's gonna be word feline, for example, something that you don't normally call that particular thing, if that makes sense. So let's say it's a feline, yeah. So and then that's something that you need to pay attention to on the 1st and the 2nd of August. And I suggest to you, as soon as you become of this weird word that you don't normally use, just write it down, because there is going to be a very a big possibility that you may forget this, if you know what I mean, by the time when you're going to need this. I know it sounds really confusing, but on the 25th of August, precisely, on the 25th of August, you are going to you're going to find yourself on a crossroads, you know, on a little crossroads that are going to be big, not really little, but you're going to find yourself on a big crossroads on the 25th of August. Nothing bad, nothing negative, and you're really you will not know what to do. And you know what the answer, because this is going to surprise you, surprising crossroads, like ooh la la, because a lot is going to be leading and boiling to that moment in time, what you're going to be going through throughout the month of August. A lot of moments of self-discovery, baby. Lots of moments of self-discovery are going to happen to you when it comes to the actual August, and the ultimate moment of self-discovery, the ultimate moment of self-discovery you are going to have a right at the end of August, which is going to be the 31st of August, and I'm going to tell you how this is going to happen. Everything is going to happen beautiful and in such an organic way. But going back to the 1st and 2nd of August, that particular word that you are going to have on your mind, it's going to be the answer to what you're going to be going through on the 25th of August. Okay, I hope this is not too confusing. I'm so sorry. That particular word which is going to be on your mind on the 1st and the 2nd of August, when you wake up in the morning, it's going to be the answer to what you're going to be going through on the 25th of August 2023, okay, when you find yourself on the actual crossroads. So that's why I'm saying to you that it's important for you to write this down. So your spirit, your guardian angel, wants to get your attention by highlighting this specific word in a different way to what you would normally call it, in order to get your attention. It's like, oh my God, this is coming from somewhere else, my gorgeous Cancerini. Seriously, it's coming from a completely different world. It's coming from a completely different dimension. Like, oh wow. The second important date, it's gonna be on the 4th of August. On the 4th of August, oh God, you know what I mean? It's just gonna be a little bit of disagreement with somebody. Just a bit of a disagreement with somebody. Just a little bit of disagreement. You are going to slap this person. No, I'm joking. I'm joking. Just a little disagreement. You're gonna slap this person. No, don't slap anyone. I'm just joking. Cancerini, I'm just joking, yeah. On the 4th of August, now I'm being serious, you are going to have just a little tiny bit of disagreement, just a little tiny bit with somebody completely insignificant. This person is not a significant person in your life, you know, nobody who means to you so much or whatever, but it's more about what is going to come out of it on the 5th of August. So on the 4th of August, just a little disagreement, nothing major, but then it's going to prepare you for this moment on the 5th of August, because something is going to happen, and this disagreement is is really going to motivate you. This disagreement is really going to be such a powerful moment of you waking up. This is going to be your wake up call, to be quite honest with you, because you are going to see something that you didn't see before. And what you're going to see, it's also going to become like an amazing spiritual key that overnight it's going to open up the door for you, where you're going to realize so many possibilities right there waiting for you at your reach, baby, which you didn't even know. So this is why this is so important, how you're going to feel on the 5th of August. You are going to wake up fresh, baby, and you're going to feel extremely, extremely determined. You're going to feel so determined. It's to do with this particular idea that you are going to have. So determined. It's to do with this idea and that you're going to have, and your spirit is going to rise. The more you think about that idea, the more you're going to rediscover yourself. The more you think about this idea, the more your spirit is going to rise. The more you're thinking about this idea, the more you're going to be healing yourself. The more you're thinking about this idea, the more you're going to realize that this is going to be such a wise choice. But at the same time, you need to be brave, you need to be strong, and you need to be quick in order to do this. And at the same time, you need to commit yourself to this. You need to understand that this in itself is going to literally turn your life around, turn your life upside down. You know, to the point where you're just going to see so much coming into your life. And this is going to rejuvenate you. This is going to refresh every single aspect of your life. It is to do with the change. It is to do with a beautiful change. But also so much changing, you know, in general. You will be able to see things and understand things about yourself that you've been through from a completely different angle. Even the biggest struggles, everything was leading in your life to this point for such a long time, and this is going to be absolutely evident right now. And after this moment in time, in general, everything you're going to see in a completely different light. After the 5th of August, you're going to realize, like, oh my God, how did you miss certain energy? How did you miss certain energy? And now you're going to realize this is bringing the whole new motivation, something to look forward to, something to work towards. You know, it's just going to make you feel so good. And that subtle darkness or sadness or negativity that you've been through is just going to go away. And you're going to say, bye, darling, do not come back anymore. Like literally, that's how you're going to feel, you know. It's the motivation, like especially after the 5th of August, is that wonderful motivation. And so far you would think like, oh, I get tired, I get negative, blah blah blah, within the last few months quite a lot. But now you're going to realize how important it is to have your life in a certain order, especially when it comes to you keep on doing things, keep on changing, keep on growing, keep on evolving, but most importantly allowing yourself in order to do so. So this is absolutely brilliant, and this was also to do with the change that was due for a while now, for like quite a long time indeed, my gorgeous Cancerini. And also, what else I was going to recommend you, absolutely stunning Thulite. Cancerini, Cancerini. You see this, my gorgeous Cancerini, Thulite, absolutely brilliant. It's amazing because it picks you up almost instantly. But it's not only to do with the energy, but it's to do with passion. So when you feel drained, when you feel tired, sadly this does affect us when it comes to us giving as much as energy we possibly can towards something that means to us so much, like our passion. So it elevates you, it re-energizes you, but it reminds you of certain things that you are passionate about that you shouldn't ignore. So it works really perfectly with the energies. And also it helps you to break distracting habits, and it helps you to fight addiction, and it has a really powerful effect on your life force energies. I highly recommend you to wear this, my gorgeous Cancerini, throughout August, September and October, and this also comes with a sterling silver chain, and the link to buy this is in the description below. The second important date, my gorgeous Cancerini, it's going to be on the 13th of August. On the 13th of August, it's like, oh my God, you're gonna have to deal with this. You're gonna have to deal with this. Oh God, you're gonna need to deal with this problem. You really are. And it's not only the 13th of August, I suppose from the 10th and the 13th, in between the 10th, 10, 11, 12, 13, in between 10, 11, 12, 13, in between 10th and the 13th of August, in between 10th and the 13th of August, my gorgeous Cancerini, you are going to be dealing with this particular problem also like some kind of a burden, you know, and this particular burden, something that it has been like kind of bothering you for so long, it's going to come to an end. It's not about you dealing with that burden, but it's to do with something that became like very, very heavy to you, and it was making you feel very unhappy and very negative. This is going to come to an end. I can see a big, massive victory over a huge problem that did really affect your happiness, and I don't like that, you know, when that happens. But then again, the more you are unhappy, the more you were unhappy, the more a greater outcome it's actually going to be out of it. I do see the victory over a very, very difficult issue that was affecting your life, and this in itself was also preventing you from moving on. So this is going to be amazing moment where you're going to feel so proud of yourself, so happy with this fantastic achievement. This is going to be like an amazing achievement in itself, your own victory, but also now you are going to be able to do what you wanted to do in such a long time. It's about you wanting to move on with certain aspects of your life. Now this is going to be brilliant because you are going to find yourself on such a powerful spiritual quest. You will be able to carry on with things that you were working on, but it's also a lot to do with you moving on with certain aspects of your life in order to carry on with something that means to you the most. I mean, how important this is actually going to be. Like, oh my God. So you see, my gorgeous Cancerini, it's from that, it's going to that, see, and it's going to that. I mean, absolutely brilliant, absolutely fantastic. The next important date is going to be on the 18th of August. Now, on the 18th of August, what is actually going to happen, it's like, do you know what? This in itself, it's really going to surprise you. Something is going to happen here to you on the 18th of August. Something really, really good is going to happen to you. Something really positive is going to happen to you. You are really going to have such a powerful and such a meaningful experience. This in itself I can describe like some kind of adventure in itself, and something is gonna happen here to you big time, which you're gonna find extremely rewarding, and you're gonna realize something about yourself. You're gonna realize why do you feel incomplete and what makes your life incomplete. So now the next stage after that is this realization. What do you need to do? And it's more about being really, really mature about something and trusting yourself at the same time. It's to do with a specific goal that you are going to give to yourself, but it's absolutely more important than you can understand and you can realize at this stage of your life, because that particular goal that you are going to give to yourself, what are you not going to understand? That at that moment in time, as soon as you realize, oh, this goal, I want this goal, listen, you're already making it happen. It's already happened. Okay, I know it sounds crazy, but as soon as you realize this goal, you need to understand that it's already manifested itself. It's already manifested itself, but for now, it's just in a slightly different dimension. But very soon, this is going to become the part of your dimension, my gorgeous Cancerini. With other words, as soon as you become aware of this goal, you need to understand that you are already giving a birth to something very, very special here. But you have to trust yourself. You have to trust yourself. This in itself, it's going to be absolutely obvious, in December, by the end of December 2023. Yes, I know I've gone to December, but hey, you know what I mean? The best things don't happen overnight. Just remember this. By the end of December, you are already going to see like an absolutely mind-blowing progress of all this. You are going to surprise yourself so much. But then again, this is all going to kind of like push you towards aspects of your life that you should have been investigating a few years ago. But it doesn't matter. These last few years have ever been so important when it comes to your personal development, in particular when it comes to your spirituality. Don't worry. If this happened a few years ago, you wouldn't have this level of understanding. Now, this in itself, it's going to help you to sail through like things that you would normally stumble upon, especially when it comes to the certain uncertainty that you are going to be facing after this moment in time. These uncertainties would stop you a few years ago. You see, and now you will be sailing through because now you're already so much closer to where you want to be. So this is why this is going to be so important. The second thing that I wanted to recommend you, my gorgeous Cancerini, is this absolutely stunning Labradorite. This Labradorite has a power to actually enhance what we want to be enhanced about us. Whether this is to do with physical, whether this is to do with our spirituality, whether this is to do with our mind, whether this is to do with our actions, it doesn't matter. It just helps you really to work with your own balance by highlighting what you want to be highlighted about yourself. So you shine really brightly while you're wearing this. On another note, it's brilliant when it comes to breaking negativity within yourself, and it's also brilliant when it comes to protecting against negativity from the world as well. This gorgeous Labradorite comes with sterling silver chain, and the link to buy this is in the description below. By buying things from my channel, you're also supporting my channel, so thank you very much. The next important date is going to be on the 23rd of August. On the 23rd of August, you're going to realize how great you are about something, and somebody who's so close to you, like a family member or a great friend or somebody's just going to kind of point out like, my God, you're great about this. You're so good when you do this. You're so good when you do that. And this is again to do with that beautiful spiritual lighthouse. People in our lives, people who are meant to be in our lives, they're like our spiritual lighthouses because they just light the way for us at a time when we just not necessarily don't know what to do, but the specific time they can sense our vibration, and subconsciously they point out something about us that they subconsciously don't even realize what an impact this is actually going to have on our life. So on the 23rd of August, something from somebody who's like so close to you, someone is going to point out something that you're so great at, is some kind of a skill, and you need to realize that in itself, you're ignoring something. You're ignoring something about yourself that you shouldn't be ignoring. And also it's very important. This is very important when it comes to your life, but also what you've been ignoring when it's something when it comes to you being so great about something, like amazing skill, something that's so unique to you, this is also going to reflect on your finances and the financial security, but it's at the same time going to be the way out of something that has been dominating your life, and this is going to bring a great accomplishment. It's going to make you feel really powerful, but it's also going to bring a confidence into your life. And it's like going to by doing this, you're just kind of gonna, and also you're gonna remind yourself of some kind of impulsive mistake that you've made not that long ago, and this is gonna kind of gonna motivate you even further. For some reason, you will connect some kind of impulsive mistake that you've made, so you will know by doing this you can't go wrong. You can't make an impulsive massive mistake. Okay, now it's your time to go for this. This is gonna, on one hand, bring so much peace into your life, but it's also going to help you to open your heart towards things that your heart should have been open towards. Okay, and also the next important date, my gorgeous Cancerini, it's going to be on the 31st of August. On the 31st of August, you are going to feel extremely, that's what I was saying to you before, the great moment of self-discovery. On the 31st of August, you are going to feel so creative. You're going to feel so energetic, like you are not going to understand where this all energy and this creativity is coming from. This is so important. And you just keep going with this creativity, because something is going to be calling you, something is going to be attracting you, something is going to, you're going to be drawn towards doing something when it comes to that creativity. So you are going to be doing something, you're going to have lots of energy, but at the same time you're going to be drawn towards something else. You need to understand, by being creative, you do not need to think too much, because it's all going to come to you. One thing is going to lead into another. By being creative, you're going to start doing something, you're going to start working on something, and then you're going to realize exactly, then you're going to feel something, then you're going to realize something really important, and that in itself is going to be your realignment already. What you're going to realize is going to make you feel really happy, and at the same time it's going to be the moment where you are going to embrace the blessing of life. You know, this, what you're going to realize, it's also going to help, it's going to make you be free from everything that holds you back, and it's also going to be it's also going to restore your balance, and this is going to lead towards the biggest moment of self-discovery of your life. You will know exactly, all that creativity is going to be leading you towards the certain point. It's going to be leading towards the end of the day. You will know exactly what do you need to explore, what do you need to investigate, what do you need to try, what do you need to dive in deep as you possibly can. The deeper you dive, the more you're going to get out of it. This is something that is going to come to you so naturally, and it's also going to change your life literally forever in the best possible way. So now, my gorgeous Cancerini, I'm just going to see what is going to happen to those of you who are in relationship. Now, for those of you who are in relationship, you know, this is really weird, because you are going to be watching like maybe a certain person or a group of people. You're going to be watching a certain person or a group of people, and then you're both gonna fully understand that this person or a group of people, they have done something to themselves, something bad, something negative, and now they're suffering because of this. And it's like almost like some kind of self-destruction like going on here. And these people or this person have done this to themselves by themselves. And you and your partner are going to be absolutely, it's going to be obvious to you what is going on, here, you know. So now this is so important, because at the same time, this is going to kind of make you aware of the fact that, oh my God, thank God that maybe we didn't make this mistake, which is absolutely brilliant. You know, you're both going to be pleased with your partner that you didn't make some kind of mistake here. This is exactly how you're going to feel. So this is going to be important, because both of you are going to have so much more confidence when it comes to the certain things that you know, when it comes to the certain things that you're aware of. And this is going to be brilliant when it comes to you giving more credit to yourself, when it comes to your intuition, because both of you are highly intuitive, and both of you were highly intuitive in the first place to not to actually go for this, you know. So this is going to be brilliant, and it's only going to highlight the power of your intuition. And also, when it comes to the couples, pay attention to what is going to happen on the 21st, 22nd and 23rd of August. This is fantastic, you know. This in itself is going to be brilliant, an opportunity that you both been waiting for absolute ages. This opportunity is really going to surprise you, but it's more about like you kind of not believing how quickly you can actually do something that was dragging for absolute ages. It's to do with an element, an aspect of your life that got stuck in between, you know what I mean? So now that suddenly you are going to be blown away, both of you, with an opportunity like which is going to come completely out of the blue to speed something up. And on top of that, you're both going to know that this is right, that you can trust to this situation, you can trust to this energy, and all already your intuition was proven to you right at the beginning of this month. So now this is going to come in rather handy, because you're both going to feel that this is everything is going to be absolutely fine. So you're going to have an important choice and option and opportunity to speed something up. Do you know what? This is the direct result of your karma, okay, in the best possible way. You are going to be really, really happy indeed. And for those of you who are single and ready to, hello my darling, my gorgeous Cancerini, for those of you who are single and ready to mingle, there is someone very beautiful about to walk into your life. And that particular person who is about to walk into your life, let me tell you, it's going to be the part of some kind of a new plan. And this new plan that you are going to find yourself thinking about, it's going to happen at around in between the 7th and the 17th of August, okay? This new plan that you're going to be thinking about is going to be in between the 7th and the 17th of August. And this in itself, it's really involving people in your life. It's involving fun. It's involving like really kind of like your social life and things like that. So this is what the new plan you're going to be thinking about. And I'm saying new plan because it's probably going somewhere where you haven't been before, visiting certain places where you didn't visit before, or doing like things that you didn't do before. But that's why it's a new plan type of thing. And as soon as you realize this, you need to understand that this part of this new plan, perhaps you will realize that you need to go somewhere or start something again. That's what you're going to realize. So what you're going to realize, it's important, the essence of that particular thing, because what you're going to realize, let's say that you're going to realize, I want to go somewhere again, I want to do this again, I want to go dancing somewhere or something like that. It's not about this as such, but it's more about where you're going to meet that person, because there is a romance coming into your life in August, and if it doesn't happen in August, it's going to happen in September. So this is going to be an indication where this person, this wonderful person, is actually going to come from. This person is going to be someone very special, somebody very calm, somebody very intelligent, somebody very family orientated, and somebody like with a very, very powerful reputation. You're going to find what that person does very, very attractive. You're going to find the mind of this person very attractive, let alone how this person is going to look on the outside, my gorgeous Cancerini. But first of all, how you're going to notice this person is by having a conversation. There is something that is going to attract you towards that person in terms of sharpness, something sharpness. And then you will not be able to explain this. And as soon as you start talking, like you're going to be making love in 5 minutes. No, I'm joking. As soon as you start talking, you're going to start that person is going to start becoming more attractive and more attractive and more attractive. I think that what you're going to find attractive about that person is more about their energy and intelligence. But then through that, you're going to start realizing, oh my God, this person is so amazing, so good looking. This person is so delicious. Do you know what I mean? But don't be sad if that person doesn't appear in August, because that person may appear in September. You see, it's difficult to say exactly, because some of you are a little bit ahead and some of you are a little bit behind. But don't worry, there is a very beautiful romance coming into your life. And also, when you meet that person, there is something going to remind you on people in your family, or you're going to think like, oh my God, this person would be great, like as a part of my family, a type of thing. Okay, my gorgeous Cancerini, thank you ever so much for watching my videos. I'm sending you brightest blessings, lots of love, healing, peace and light to every single one of you. Sasha Bonasin, Psychic Medium. Love you. Bye.